what's happening, everybody? It's a beautiful evening. It's your old pal Mr. Butter back with you again, and today I got a shoe I'm pretty pumped about. It's honestly my first time having this silhouette. It came out when I was 10 years old. It came out in 1991. It's a Tink Hatfield design, so right away you know it's just going to be a classic. They weren't really on my radar back in the day when they first came out, but I love the style of them now, and they definitely just scream 90s. So I'm pretty pumped to get into this pair. Also, stick around to the end because I'm going to throw them on foot and show you what they look like. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. Let's get into these Huaraches. I believe these boxes are made to look like they originally did back in '91 whenever they came out. It's a pretty unique looking box. The top of it is just that plain Nike reddish orange color. There on the side you can see Nike Air. It's got these stripes on the box and some verbiage there. Nike sports shoes are manufactured to the exact specifications of champion athletes throughout the world. And also the paper on this is pretty unique, and I believe on Wear Testers they said this is what it looked like back in the day too, so that's pretty cool. The tag reads Nike Air Huarache, and the colors are white, aquatone, and deep magenta. I believe on the sneakers app they just refer to this as the aquatone. As of right now, these are scheduled to drop this week on the sneakers app, I believe Friday. Man, I just want to jump right into them. I love these colors. And I don't know if I read that these were inspired by the colors on a jet ski, or if it was just making the connection that these colors are very common to what you would see on a jet ski back in the day. But either way, they just scream 90. It seems like a lot of mashups of turquoise and purple just remind me of like Hornets colors. The Hornets were an awesome team, but I also just love the colors so much that like I had the Hornets starter jacket, you know, and that's what these remind me of too, just that puffy starters jacket that I got for Christmas one year, you know. That was like my big present, and man, that thing was dope. I love that jacket. I got plenty of wear out of it, I know that. But the majority of this upper is just synthetic. It's like a neoprene material, and it does fit a lot like modern shoes now, like a lot of Yeezys and that sort of thing, but it's just got a lot of elastic to it, and it really just hugs your foot. Like the overlays, I mean, I was wearing these, I tried these on just to make sure they were a good fit and everything, and the laces, like, I don't even think you would need laces in this, honestly. But for the majority of the upper of this shoe, it just seems like the base is this real nice like neoprene or mesh material, but it's just very stretchy and very sock-like. But then along with that material, like you see on the mud guard, and then going up the side of the shoe here, it's actually really nice leather. And when I was trying to think of a leather to compare it to, it actually reminds me of the neutral gray Jordan 1 lows that just came out. I was a big fan of the soft leather on those, and honestly this feels like more of the same. It's a really thick cut of leather, and it is just crazy soft. It's not really rippled or anything like that. I mean, I guess you can see ripples whenever you press on it and whatnot, but it's got a smooth finish to it, and I just think it's a really nice quality material. And I wasn't expecting to have something that high end on a shoe. I believe it's going to retail for $120 on the sneakers app, which my first impression of these, that's I think that's a really good price for these shoes. Especially with this quality leather. I mean, it's really, really nice. But then you can see for the outsole, we've got a lot of that waffle pattern, like classic Nike running shoes. So that's very retro. And then these grooves are meant so that the shoe bends a lot. And the whole design of this shoe was just to really fit like a sock and just move with your foot. And I mean, really, they do, whenever I tried them on, it felt like a Yeezy or maybe like the Space Hippie ones. This foam is very, very soft and very, very bouncy. And I think this chunky heel kind of gives you a lot of spring in your suit, like a 350 V2 or something like that. Or like the Space Hippie 01s. It feels like a much more modern shoe. I love that it has that kind of comfort, but it's got that retro style that just reminds me of childhood, you know? Even like the toe box looking down on it, it almost looks like a retro running shoe. But then as you go back the shoe, you can quickly see that it's anything but that. We've got bright white laces, and the tongue and sock liner are just all more of that neoprene material, and it's like a turquoise and a nice purple. And then on the back you've got this, it's like a rubber material, and it wraps back around and it says Nike there on the heel. I think that's really neat. But the sock liner is purple and the insole is that turquoise color. That's enough talking about them. I want to go ahead and throw them on real quick. I am loving these things. I can't believe the way these feel. I really can't believe that they are true to the ones, you know, in the early 90s. But I think for the most part, all the technology in these is pretty much what they had back in the day. But I really like the comfort. And if their goal was to make it feel like just an extension of your foot, then they definitely knocked it out of the park. I mean, these things are dope. But let me know what you all think. Let me know if you're going to try to get them. I definitely think it's a great shoe for 120 bucks.